All right, the targets of Donald Trump's ire across the country and around the world are scrambling to prepare for what happens after he retakes office. And that includes the mullahs of Iran and, of course, the cartels of Mexico. Mass deportations and military force against the cartels are just two things that Donald Trump has promised during his campaign. And with that comes the concern that the cartels will try to use the opportunity between now and Inauguration Day to smuggle as many people as they can across the border. That means the possibility of a surge in smuggling, and that's just people. Don't forget about the drugs. NewsNation is checking in at three busy border sectors, the Tucson, El Paso, and Del Rio sectors, to see what is happening as these border states await the new Trump presidency. Border correspondent Ali Bradley joins us live. Ali, what are you hearing in these border towns now that the election's over?
Yeah, hey, Elizabeth, we're already seeing things actually ramping up here. So where we are, we're now in the El Paso sector. We're in Sunland Park. This is technically New Mexico. We are literally standing on the border with Mexico. So this is Mexico right here. This is where the wall ends. You can see the boundary here. The wall just ends. These people are running across. We just saw a guy literally clear these railroad tracks and disappear off into that community over there, which is Sunland Park. Now, when we come back around here, Chris, let's show them up here what this ridge looks like. So, you guys, we've been watching smuggling vehicles and smugglers up on this ridge. This is where we see them operate every day that we're down here. And these are kind of like makeshift stash houses. They're going to bring illegal immigrants in there, leave them in there for a couple hours until they have clearance, basically a green light to go. And then they'll send them down and they run into that community. So, speaking of stash houses, look what we experienced yesterday in the Tucson sector. This is another busy sector here as we visit three sectors in 3 days. We were there as law enforcement were searching a home. We're actually carrying out a warrant, a search warrant. You can see their guns drawn here. You can see in this situation in Cochise County where human smuggling is ramping up, these people were in a stash house. So there was 9 individuals from Mexico in a detached garage in the back. Now, this detached garage couldn't have been bigger than a 1-car garage. 9 people were in there, 3 women, 2 juveniles. There was clothes scattered all over the place, food discarded. The smell was just putrid. It was pretty intolerable, and these weren't conditions that you would wish on your worst enemy. So what is happening there? We were only about 100 yards from the border wall. Take a listen to what the sheriff had to say about what the cartel is doing and what they're going to be doing.
They're going to push hard right now, the cartels. They know they have to. They have a president coming in that's made it very clear, and based on his track record, he will secure this border. He'll declare it an emergency based on what we've had for the last 4 years, and which means it'll seal that border. So the cartels aren't stupid. It's a business. They're going to be pushing their dope through here, their illicit drugs, you name it, to include trafficking people, smuggling people.
So, Elizabeth, the cartel's a $13 billion a year industry. Back in 2018, it was $500 million. They were moving drugs then. Now they figured out people are very lucrative. So, yeah, we're probably going to see them pushing more people across and more smuggling once Trump gets in because they're not going to be able to walk across anymore. We're heading to the Del Rio sector. We'll be there tomorrow showing you what we find here tonight, but also showing you what they're dealing with in Eagle Pass because groups of 300 are crossing there once again. We've seen it. And the National Guard there in Texas has actually been deploying pepper balls to deter those migrants. Elizabeth, we'll bring you that tomorrow.
All right, Ali, looking forward to it. Thanks so much. Ali Bradley reporting live from the border. Coming up for us. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.